Most of us spend more time in reactive consciousness than we realize. And I want to be clear right from the beginning, this is not something to be ashamed of. Reactive consciousness is deeply human. It's the nervous system doing what it was designed to do, protect us when it perceives threat. The problem is not that reactive consciousness exists. The problem is that when we stay in it too long, it narrows what we can see. And when our perception narrows, our choices narrow too. That's why awareness matters. Not so we can judge ourselves, not so we can become perfectly evolved humans, but so we can begin to recognize when survival mode is shaping our interpretation of reality. Because reactive consciousness changes how we see people, how we see situations, and even how we see ourselves. When we're reactive, we tend to personalize things. Someone's tone changes, and suddenly we think, they're upset with me. They don't respect me. They're trying to hurt me. We move from observation to interpretation almost instantly. Reactive consciousness also pushes us into black and white thinking. A person becomes either good or bad. A situation is either a disaster or a success. There's only one right answer, only one safe path. Complexity becomes hard to tolerate, but real life is rarely that simple. Good people can hurt us. People can love us and disappoint us. We can feel grateful and exhausted at the same time. We can be healing and still struggling. Reactive consciousness struggles with paradox. It wants certainty. It also assumes threat. We begin scanning for danger emotionally, socially, psychologically. We expect rejection. We anticipate criticism. We assume something bad is about to happen. And then catastrophizing enters the picture. One difficult thing happens, and suddenly the mind creates an entire future of collapse. It's like the nervous system says, if this happened, then three more terrible things are probably coming. There's even that old French saying, jamais deux sans trois. Bad things come in threes. And honestly, one of the worst things we can do while in reactive consciousness is treat thoughts like that as truth. Because the reactive mind collects evidence for danger. It narrows perception until we can no longer see possibility, nuance, context, or alternative interpretations. And over time, this affects how we see ourselves too. We become harsher internally, more self critical, more hopeless, and often we become more suspicious of others as well. The world starts feeling emotionally unsafe. But here's the important part: reactive consciousness is not proof that there is something wrong with you, it's proof that your nervous system is trying to protect you. The goal is not to eliminate reactivity completely. That's impossible. The goal is to become aware enough to notice when your perception has narrowed, to pause long enough to ask, what might I not be seeing right now? Is this the only interpretation? Is my nervous system responding to the present moment or to accumulated fear? Because the moment awareness enters the room, possibility enters with it. And that's where choice begins. Not perfect choice, not instant transformation, but space. And sometimes space is where healing starts.